Okay, and we are live. Hello, Anthony Ho. Nice to meet you. I'm Andrew Cal, and I will be interviewing you today. So first question. Please state your full name, school, current year in school, and tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name is Anthony Fu Ho in VSA. For the most part, I'm referred to as Fu. I go to Metropolitan State University of Denver and am VP of the VSA at CU Denver.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, VP and secretary. So it's a little weird because we have a tri-institutional, fully commuter campus. So 3 schools share the same clubs.
Gotcha. And did you happen to go to Apex last year?
I did not. I went to Gala, but I was busy during Apex, and at that point I wasn't as involved with VSA. I kind of became involved like right after Apex.
And that did happen at CU Denver, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, anyways, my current year of college, this is probably the second semester of my 5th year in college.
Oh, what are you studying?
Applied math with a minor in econ.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's not bad, but I started off studying for electrical engineering, and I messed up my freshman year, so I've transferred schools 4 times now. That's 2 accredited 4-year universities and 2 community colleges.
You've been through quite the journey then.
Yep, you can say that at the least.
It makes you grow as an individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I guess you could say the thing that stands out the most is I'm pretty weird and super awkward. Especially in my speaking mannerisms and me in motion.
That is good to hear.
Let's see here. I guess you could say I follow the stereotype of a geek. I don't want to say nerd, but more along the lines of a geek. So I enjoy anime. I'm very invested in manga, and I really enjoy keeping up with video games regardless of whether I play them or not, especially the professional scene, things like that.
Gotcha.
Aside from that, I am a very hands-on person, so instead of I like having time to myself, but at the same time, if given the opportunity, I like manual labor, like fixing cars, doing like random construction or house remodeling projects with my cousins, cooking. I'll play any sport under the sun, though I do promise that I am decent at best, but on average mediocre.
Not bad, not bad. So our next question is, what made you want to be a family leader?
So I really wanted to be on one of the planning committees for Apex, but seeing as how things are really moving with my local VSA, with our CPP gala, as well as elections and everything else going on, and all the Lunar New Year events, I wasn't able to commit to one of the planning committees. However, I wanted to, I was actually talking to Liz about this a bit, and she suggested that since this is my first regional conference, since, incoming eBoard Retreat and SWUFSA Summit don't count as a conference, since this is my first SWUFSA conference, that I should play more of a member role so I can get the full experience of Apex rather than be more behind the scenes of planning. But then she suggested that since I was interested in planning committee, maybe I can find a middle ground in applying to be a family leader. So I've been thinking about it for a while, and things came up, so I forgot about it from time to time, and then I remembered, and here I am.
Nice. You know, I actually want to be a family leader too. I'll tell you about my experiences later. Anyways, so the next question: what qualifications and/or experiences make you the best choice for family leader?
Huh. All right. So I would say there's two things. One is that I am older, being that this is my second semester of my 5th year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to see more of what our age group is like. And what I mean by that is I've been able to interact with many more people with the like-mindedness of, hey, we're in college, what opportunities are there for us? And along with transferring schools 4 times already between 4 institutions, I think that I have a good background working with a very, very diverse demographic. I've worked with veterans, I've worked with kids straight out of high school, some students that I've interacted with while doing work study were taking college classes while still in high school. I've interacted with students our age, slightly older, the retired who are returning back to school, and that's, you know, just spanning ages 16 all the way up to 65. I've interacted with all these types of individuals, and I guess I can lend that experience to working student life at 2 schools and in the internship office at my current school. But also, you know, being around Colorado between all these different institutions, and none of them are close by to each other. They're all like half an hour away from one another. So I've worked with different racial and ethnic backgrounds just all over the board.
That's awesome. Damn. That's great. It's an awesome story. But so the next question is, what do you hope to gain from being a family leader?
The first thing I want to gain is more of a voice. Since high school, you may know him, Charlie Wynn. Me and him graduated together. We went to the same high school. And when we were in high school, he was president of National Honor Society and I was his VP. And since high school, I've always been like more of a behind the scenes person. Like, I'm comfortable with composing my words, but more so in a written form where I'm not standing in front of a large crowd of people. So with that, Charlie, you probably already know, he's very, he definitely commands the air in a room.
Yep.
Very, very, very standout personality, great guy. But with that, I contrasted with him where I would guide things from behind the scenes and he would do everything in the spotlight. And we got things done very well. And it feels like that's my role in my local VSA, because I originally ran for secretary and VP kind of came because other members, the internal and external, they had to, they couldn't commit anymore due to personal reasons. But anyways, I originally ran for secretary because I wanted to have a broad enough role to see every bit of every gear and cog in the engine that is a VSA executive board, so that I could, equally support everyone. But with Apex, I hope to gain more of a voice where I'm able to stand more in a spotlight kind of role.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was talking family for a little bit. So the next question is, how will you approach or handle a situation in which a family member is kind of like unwilling or like shy to like participate in activities?
The easiest way to get someone who's shy to participate, given a short amount of time, you can't really ease them into it. So you try and give them a smaller supportive role in an activity and give them little bits and pieces that they're willing to participate in, and hopefully that will spark something in them to be a little bit more involved. But definitely in activities at conferences, I've been to other kinds of conferences, but in activities, everyone plays a role. And there are smaller roles, there are bigger roles, but everything plays a part into the bigger picture. So definitely give them a smaller role that still has its significance, but will be more of a supportive role so that they don't feel, I guess, singled out or put into a situation where they feel especially uncomfortable.
Amen. Amen. So the next question is kind of similar too. How do you plan on approaching a situation where attendees aren't really getting along? And it doesn't have to be with like, within the family, but just like if you notice it, like, member to member or attendee to attendee.
So the first thing, before bringing it up with someone in one of the planning committees or someone from the SWOOFSA board, the first thing would be to pull those two individuals aside and try and get to the heart of the problem. And if it's still unclear what the heart of the problem is, I would try to get them both to understand one thing: being disrespectful and being cordial are two. Actually, no. Let me say that again. Not being cordial and being disrespectful are two different things, right? So with being disrespectful, you are openly trying to cause a problem, whether you realize it or not. And then all it really needs is for both parties to agree to disagree and to at least be cordial with each other. They don't have to openly dislike each other, they just have to tolerate each other and not cause a scene. And I think that's the first thing that I would try to get both of them to understand, or both parties to understand, because you don't have to like someone, you don't have to respect someone, you just have to be mannerful. You just have to create an environment where no problems can escalate, and you guys can just have your differences be put off to the side where it won't bother anyone, and then deal with it later. Because if two individuals or two smaller parties are going to create a problem that would lessen the experience for anyone else, that's pretty unacceptable.
Well said. So on a lighter note, the next question is, what will you do to kind of help encourage family interaction? This could be within the family or just like across families too.
I think the easiest way for our age group that's still in college, caught between high school and working 9-to-5 jobs or whatever it may be, the easiest way to encourage involvement and interaction between family members as well as cross-family interaction would be to incite a competitive spirit in people. Like, it doesn't even have to be something major. It can just be something small. Like whoever does the best, I'll reward them with, I'll pay for their froyo or something silly like that. You know, just
Yeah.
small, fun kinds of competition to incite that competitive spirit
Mhm.
would be the easiest way that I can think of right now to promote,
Mhm.
no, to create more family member interaction and cross-family interaction.
Gotcha. So before we approach the fun questions, my favorite part, there's just one last question. Do you have any questions for the family committee?
Yeah, so what does, I guess, across the 3 days or the 2.5 days of conference, what does the day-to-day for a family leader look like?
Okay, what a great question. I'm going to actually look that up myself
Yeah,
because we do.
that's the go-to question, especially if you're interviewing for a job,
Yeah.
because you know you want to know what all is involved other than, okay, you're going to represent this and you're going to do this, but what does the actual day-to-day look like rather than the very broad responsibilities?
Um, it's family leader resource. Akko Taco. But I mean, I do know kind of what the whole schedule is supposed to look like. So I'll give you like a brief kind of overview as to what kind of your job is to do. So prior to the actual conference, you're going to be like kind of reaching out to your family members, you know, at least having some sort of connection with them so that they know who you are and you know who
Mhm.
your like kids are essentially. You're going to be given a theme, and this will go into the questions, fun questions, but you're going to be given like a theme, one of the mascots for like Super Mario Bros. And whatnot. Um, you plan it yourself how you want to like, you know, customize your whole family, make them look really cool and stuff like that. After that, it's like you meet up, and then you go to workshops. Then, because I'm part of the family, I don't really have like the full schedule. I'm in charge of just like family games. So we
Mhm.
we created a lot of like fun games where you guys will be basically just competing against one another too, and that kind of goes with your like the competition. There's going to be a lot of rivalry, so look forward to it. I mean, aside from that, you kind of just, you know, kind of like the overseer, you're keeping them all together, making sure that they're talking amongst one another, participating, you know, having a great time. Afterwards, you're going to have like, you're going to be going to like different workshops. So you'll be learning about like public speaking, or like maybe there might be a fun workshop like how to date somebody, or like, you know, dating 101 or something like that. Like you'll be just going across campus towards different workshops with your family, and you know it's a whole learning experience. Afterwards, you'll be having either like, you know, like a couple days later, you'll be having a gala, um, and then more family activities, and then there's like TCL, which is, I forgot what it stands for, but it's a big competition and it's amongst everybody, and I'm having a great time playing for that. But yeah, I mean it's not too bad. You'll have a lot of fun. I can guarantee it. All right. Is that the only other question?
Uh, let's see here.
Sorry
And
for the
then
rough overview.
no, it's fine. Um, so what will be, I guess, the main avenue of correspondence between myself and whoever is, I guess, giving me my instructions or what I'm to do next.
Gotcha. So that would most likely be our family committee director. If you don't already know her, she's Haiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she'll reach out to you and she'll tell you all about, like, hey, this is what games you're going to be playing. These are the stations that you're going to be rotating to in this particular order. You're going to be playing against this team, this team, this team. She'll basically keep you up to date as to what you need to do after you make it through the interview process, basically.
All right. I guess I got one last question.
Fire away.
Am I expected to bring any additional supplies or anything like that for my family, or is that more of an optional thing, or will things like that be supplied?
So it really varies because you can do honestly anything.
Okay.
Like we had for my family in UNESCO, he just bought like some like material, like kind of like cloth material, and then he had an ironer, and then he printed out like those things you can iron onto capes or something like that, and that's basically
Yeah.
all that we really had, and that alone is kind of all you need. Jason, if you know him, Snorlax,
Mhm.
he kind of went above and beyond. He bought us hammers for Thor. We got wigs, and then we got those like little what are those beads where you iron and then they're like make a design?
Yeah, perlers.
Yeah. We got one of those too. And like he kind of, I mean, that costs a lot, but that's kind of up to him. It's really up to you.
All right.
Yeah. So
And I'll
what's up?
and if I am I guess made into a family leader, I'll be given the information of my family's mascot and whatever sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think we're going to be doing it by first come first serve basis. So stick around. I'll give you updates on that.
Okay.
All right. So towards the fun questions, yeah.
Sure.
So, who is your favorite Super Mario character and why?
Oh man.
I'll judge
So,
you real hard on this question.
all right, so now the question becomes, I don't mean to answer a question with a question.
Go ahead.
However, are we talking 1, 2, 3, the new Wii ones, or the ones that are focused on like Luigi or Mario Party or Mario Kart? Like, which realm are we speaking?
I think you can focus on kind of like the standard. I know what you're getting at, but I don't think everyone is up to par with that yet,
All right, sounds good. Let's see here. Oh man, this is tough. I got 3 characters, 4 characters that I gotta decide between. So the first one, he shows up in Mario Bros. 3 and Mario Kart. He's that little mole that jumps off the ground.
He's the mole that jumps off the ground,
That jumps out of the ground.
out of the ground, like on
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
farm. All right.
Just because he like just sneaks up on you and like, haha, and like just jumps,
Yeah.
just jumps out of you. And for the same reason, there's Boo. You know,
Boo.
he's just lurking, always lurking, and then pretends he's not there, even though he's in plain sight. And then there's that caterpillar with the boxing gloves. You know,
Holy.
super chill character,
You're right.
but you know, you offend him, then he really gets up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Dry Bones.
Dry bones.
You know, you knock him down, but he keeps on getting back up. You can't get rid of him.
Interesting.
But probably Boo.
Boo.
Probably Boo.
Gotcha. It's quite interesting. When people choose their characters, it kind of says quite a bit about them. Um, I don't know, but for me, I'm a Peach main.
Okay, I hope you're like saying because you like to fake people out and say, haha, wrong castle, sorry.
Yeah.
Or it's either that or you're talking strictly Super Smash Bros. Right now.
Talking Smash Bros.
How'd I know you're talking like Melee?
Yeah. All right. So here's the question that you probably want to avoid. If you could dispense any kind of sauce liquid from your belly button, what would it be?
Any sauce liquid from my belly button?
Yep. Anything.
Anything. All right. All right. From my belly button.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, this is a toss-up between two sauces right now. Actually, I'm gonna go with some smooth tzatziki sauce. Some smooth Greek yogurt and dill sauce.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next question is, what is your favorite Vietnamese dish?
I could live the rest of my life off of bread and bak kwa.
Oh, nice.
Not bak kwa with rice noodles, bak kwa with the French loaves.
Yep,
I'd live the rest of my life eating that every single day.
That is some good stuff. And the last question is, if you had a hashtag to describe you, what would it be?
Oh man, I gotta pick a hashtag that wasn't imposed on me because most hashtags imposed on me are usually shots at me being skinny.
Oh, really?
Or lengthy. You can thank the Swoop's historian Qua for that.
Qua, yeah. Isn't he your cousin?
Yeah.
That's
Always
awesome.
making fun of me being skinny and lengthy. Let's see here. I'm a real fan of hashtag awkward.
Hashtag awk. I like it.
Hashtag awk. Yep.
And with that, we are done with our broadcast.
All right.